The Qur'an system. Tawhid as the mission structure. Chapter 0. The divine prelude to the Qur'an system. Before the first revelation descended, the Qur'an system existed as a divine blueprint in the Lawh Mahfuz, QS 85, 21, 22, a timeless framework to guide humanity to Tawhid, the oneness of Allah, QS 112, 1. Rooted in dimensionless logic and cohesive symmetry, this system weaves 114 surahs, 30 juz, and numerical patterns like 237 and 1729 into a mission to worship Allah alone, QS 51-56. This prelude explores the system's divine origin, pre-revelation context, and foundational motifs, introducing the generalized black box system, GBBS, and cultural expressions like Songket, preparing for the journey of Tawhid =sign structure missi, preserved eternally, QS 15-9. The eternal blueprint. The Qur'an system originates in the Lawh Mahfuz, a guarded tablet where divine intent precedes creation, QS 85, 21, 22. It is a glorious Qur'an on a guarded tablet. This pre-revelation blueprint encodes Tawhid, aligning with QS 112. 1. Say He is Allah the One. Unlike human systems, it transcends time per dimensionless logic, a memory of pre-creation harmony where divine will shapes existence, March 27, 2025, 147. Example: the 5 prayers, ordained before revelation, reflect eternal divine intent, as will be explored in Chapter 4. Dimensionless logic and divine intent. Dimensionless logic defines the system's transcendence, where Allah's oneness, QS 112, 1, defies physical constraints. Numerical patterns like 1 raised to the power 1 to 4 equals 1, 1 circumflex 1 =sign 1, 1 circumflex 2 =sign 1, 1 circumflex 3 =sign 1, 1 circumflex 4 =sign 1, sum 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 =sign 10 =sign 1 plus 0 =sign 1. Symbolize Ahad per Ijazadadi, April 18, 2025, 255. Similarly, 1729, 1729, 7 30x19, linked to QS 17 ayat and 29 words, April 8, 2025, 2109, reflects divine precision. Example: 7, QS 15, 87, Mathani, echoes creation's 7 days, QS 754, a timeless logic. Cohesive symmetry in creation. Cohesive symmetry unifies the system through Azwaja, QS 36-36, glory be to him who created pairs, and Mathani, QS 15, 87. The 114 surahs divide as 57 plus 57, a perfect pair, while 237, QS 96 plus 68 plus 73 first revelations, marks divine sequence per memory, April 21st, 2025, 1241. Example: 5 to the power 4 equals 625, part of the sequence, 5, 26, 31, 57, 12, 144, 7. Mirrors creation's balance as seen in 30 juz, 15 plus 15. Numerical and cultural motifs. Numerical motifs anchor the system's elegance. 237, sum of first revelations, a divine marker. 99, Asmaul Husna, reflects Zikir, Bukhari, 33 times 3 equals 99. 1729, ties to QS 1, 7 30, 19, 8, 1, 729. 729, 3 to the power 6, 3 circumflex 6 =sign 729, linked to Surah 9's 0 Basmala, April 8, 2025, 2109. Cultural motifs like Songket with its paired patterns, echo Azwaya, while Tasbih, 99 beads, and Taranum align with 7 Mathani per memory, April 19, 2025, 2325. Example: Matrix 9x9 in Surah Al-Qamar reflects divine artistry, prelude to the system. This prelude frames the Qur'an system as a divine mission, with GBBS, inputs, revelation, processes, components, outputs, Tawhid, to be detailed in Chapter 1. The system's 5 prayers, 114 surahs, and 30 juz preserved by QS 15-9 guide believers to Tawhid. Chapters 1-6 will explore its components from text to preservation, unified by patterns like 144 = 12 squared. Web results affirm the Qur'an's divine origin, a timeless call to oneness. The Qur'an system. Tawhid as the mission structure. Chapter 1. Introduction to the Qur'an system, and Tawhid. The Qur'an system is a divine framework that unifies Tawhid, the oneness of Allah, as the mission structure, guiding humanity to worship Allah alone. QS 51-56. Rooted in dimensionless logic and cohesive symmetry, it integrates textual, structural, worship, numerical, and preservation components, preserved eternally. QS 15-9. This chapter introduces the system, defines Tawhid, presents the generalized black box system, GBBS, as an analytical framework, and lays the foundation for the book, using numerical patterns like 5, 7, 12, 237, and cultural elements like songket to reflect Tawhid =structure misi. The Qur'an as a system. The Qur'an system is a holistic framework comprising 114 surahs, 30 juz, and 558 ruku, designed to embed Tawhid in human consciousness. Dimensionless logic transcends physical constraints, as seen in QS 112. 1. Say He is Allah the One, where Allah's oneness is absolute. Cohesive symmetry unifies components, with azwaja, QS 36, reflecting paired structures, for example 114 equals 57 plus 57. Example, the 7 matani, QS 15, 87 al-Fatiha, mirror creation 7 days, QS 754. This system, unlike human constructs, is divinely precise per Ijaz Adadi, numerical miracles, a memory of its mathematical elegance. Tawhid as the mission structure. Tawhid, the belief in Allah's oneness, is the structure misi per QS 51-56. I did not create jinn and mankind except to worship me. The Quran operationalizes this through 5 prayers, QS 238, 114 surahs, and 30 juz, guiding believers to align with divine will. Example, daily recitation of QS 1, 7 in Salat reinforces Tawhid. Numerical patterns like 237, some of first revelations, QS 96 plus 68 plus 73, symbolize divine intent per memory of revelation sequences. Tasbih, a cultural practice, sustains this mission, echoing 99 Asmaul Husna, Bukhari. Generalized black box system, GBBs. The GBBS, a Quran-inspired framework, analyzes the system. Inputs, revelation, QS 15, 9, 114 surahs. Processes, textual exegesis, structural symmetry, 30 juz. Worship, 5 prayers. Numerical patterns, 5 circumflex 4 =625. Preservation, manuscripts. Outputs, reinforced Tawhid, spiritual guidance. Example, QS 112, 1. 4's 4 ayat yield 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 =10 1 plus 0 =1, symbolizing Ahad. GBBs, per memory of its holistic nature, April 8, 2025, 432, will evaluate components in chapters 4-6, ensuring systemic coherence. Numerical and cultural foundations. Numerical patterns underpin the system's precision. 1 circumflex, 1 to 1 circumflex. 4 1 reflects Ahad, QS 112, 1. 5 circumflex 4 =625. Ties to 5 prayers, sequence 5, 26, 31, 57, 12, 144, 7, 237. Sum of QS 96 plus 68 plus 73 per memory. April 21, 2025, 1241. 99. Asmaul Husna, links to Zikr, 33 times 3 = 99. Cultural expressions like songket, with symmetrical patterns, mirror azwaja, while Taranum recitation aligns with 7 matani per memory, April 19, 2025, 2325. Example, matrix 9x9 in Surah Al-Qamar reflects structural artistry. Book overview and purpose. This book explores the Quran system across 5 components. Textual foundations, Chapter 2, core surahs like QS 96, 1, 5. Structural symmetry, Chapter 3, 114 surahs, 57 midpoint. Worship integration, Chapter 4, 5 prayers, 7 tawaf. Numerical cohesiveness, Chapter 5, 144 to 12 squared, 257 holds 2 scus 157. Eternal preservation, Chapter 6. QS 15, 9, manuscripts. Its purpose is to affirm Tawhid as the eternal mission, guiding believers through tadabbur. Web results highlight global Quranic engagement, with millions memorizing 30 juz. The Quran system, Tawhid as the mission structure. Chapter 2. Textual and Thematic Foundations. The Qur'an system rests on its textual and thematic foundations, where key surahs articulate Tawhid, the oneness of Allah, as the cornerstone of its structure missi. These surahs, from the first revelation to the core of daily worship, weave a cohesive narrative of divine unity, knowledge, guidance, and creation. This chapter analyzes foundational surahs, presents 5 new case studies, and synthesizes their themes to demonstrate how they unify the Qur'an system within a dimensionless logic and cohesive symmetry, guiding humanity to worship Allah alone. Qiyas 51-56. Overview. The Qur'an's textual foundations are its surahs, which collectively deliver Tawhid as a universal principle, embodying dimensionless logic, truths that transcend time and space. QS 112, 1 declares, "Say, He is Allah the One Ahad," a timeless affirmation of divine unity. Similarly, QS 167 seeks, "Guide us to the straight path," answered by the Qur'an's teachings. The system's cohesive symmetry ensures thematic unity, with surahs like Al-Fatiha and Al-Ikhlas echoing across 114 surahs. This unity reflects the structure missi, aligning with QS 51-56. "I did not create jinn and mankind except to worship me." The chapter explores core surahs, expands with case studies, and integrates numerical patterns like 5, QS 96-1, 5, 7, Mathani, 12, Azwaja, to illustrate this framework. Core surahs QS 96-1, 5, Al-Alaq 5 ayat. Text: "Read in the name of your Lord who created man from a clot. Read, and your Lord is most generous, who taught by the pen, taught man what he knew not." Role. The first revelation initiates the Qur'an system, emphasizing Tawhid, one creator, creation, and knowledge. The command to read underscores divine instruction. Link: 5 ayat tie to 5 prayers embedding Tawhid in worship. The numerical sequence 5 circumflex 4 equals sign 625, 6 plus 2 plus 5 equals sign 13 a prime, reflects Tawhid's unity. Tafsir, Ibn Kathir notes this as the Prophet's first encounter with Jibril, marking the mission's start. QS 1-1-7, Al-Fatiha 7 ayat. Text, known as Sabul Mathani, QS 15-87, "We have given you 7 oft-repeated verses, and the great Qur'an includes, Praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, guide us to the straight path." Role. The core of the system, recited in every rakat of 5 prayers, 14 rakat daily. It encapsulates Tawhid, Lord of the worlds, worship, you alone we worship, and guidance. Link: 7 Mathani aligns with 3 plus 4 equals 7 in the sequence, unifying Al-Ikhlas, 4 ayat, and additional themes, 3. Hadith: "Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin" is the Mathani and the Great Qur'an. Bukhari. QS 112-1-4, Al-Ikhlas 4 ayat. Text: "Say, He is Allah the One, Allah the Eternal Refuge. He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to Him any equivalent." Role. Distills Tawhid, equivalent to 1/3 of the Qur'an. Bukhari 5015. Its protective power is noted by Aisha, Bukhari. Link: Sum 1 to 4 equals sign 10 equals sign 1 plus 0 equals sign 1, and 1 circumflex 1 to 1 circumflex. 4 equals sign 1 reflect Ahad. Tying to the sequences 12 equals 6 plus 6, Azwaja. Memory. QS 112 plus QS 2 equals sign 114, complementing Tawhid and Siyariyat. QS 255, Ayat Kursi, Al-Baqarah. Text: "Allah, there is no deity except Him, the ever-living, the sustainer." Role. Reinforces Tawhid and divine sovereignty, offering protection. Bukhari. Link: part of 2157 Halandirshi to 1x57, linking to Al-Hadid 57. QS 55-1-4, Ar-Rahman. Text: "The Most Merciful taught the Qur'an, created man, taught him eloquence." Role. Connects Tawhid to knowledge, echoing QS 96-1-5. Link: 55 equals 5 plus 5, and Azwaja pair in the sequence. Case studies: QS 318-20, Ali Imran. Text: "Allah bears witness that there is no deity except Him. Islam is the religion with Allah." Analysis: affirms Tawhid through divine testimony, universal across angels and scholars. QS 320 emphasizes submission, aligning with QS 112. Link: 3 plus 1 plus 8 equals sign 12, matching 12 equals 6 plus 6, Azwaja, in the sequence. Tafsir: Qurtubi highlights its universal call to Tawhid. QS 2116-22, Al-Anbiya. Text: We did not create the heavens and earth in play. If there were other gods, they would be ruined. Analysis. Presents a logical argument for one creator, rejecting polytheism. Links to QS1, 6, 7 guidance. Link 21 equals 7 times 3, tying to 7 Matani. Memory. Logical Tawhid aligns with Ijazadadi, numerical miracles. QS 59, 22, 24, Al-Hashr. Text. He is Allah, beside whom there is no deity. To him belong the best names. Analysis. Lists Asmaul Husna, expressing Tawhid through divine attributes. Link. 99 names. Bukhari. Connect to 9 plus 9 equals 18, an Azwaja pair. Hadith. Reciting these ayat protects from harm. Tirmidhi. QS 36, 1, 12, Yasin. Text. Yasin, by the wise Qur'an, we give life to the dead. Analysis. Emphasizes Tawhid through creation and resurrection, with Azwaja, QS 36, 36. Exalted is he who created all things in pairs. Link. 36 equals 6 times 6, reflecting 6 in 12 equals 6 plus 6 sequence. Tafsir. Ibn Kathir calls Yasin the heart of the Qur'an. QS 17, 1, 8, Al-Isra. Text. Exalted is he who took his servant by night. We gave Moses the scripture. Analysis. Highlights divine power and guidance, linking to QS 1, 6, 7. Link. 17 equals 8 plus 9, forming Azwaja with 9 plus 9 equals 18, Asmaul Husna. Memory. Guidance theme ties to QS 30, Arum Kitaran Kwasa. Thematic synthesis. The surahs unify Tawhid, knowledge, guidance, and creation. Tawhid QS 112, 1, QS 3, 18, QS 59, 22, 24, affirm one God. Knowledge QS 96, 1, 5, QS 55, 1, 4, emphasize divine teaching. Guidance QS 1, 6, 7 QS 17, 1, 8, seek the straight path. Creation QS 21, 16, 22, QS 36, 36, highlight Azwaja and divine order. The numerical sequence integrates 5, QS 96, 1, 5, initiating the mission, 57, Al-Hadid, systems midpoint, 12, Azwaja, 6 plus 6, from 5 plus 7 equals 12, 7, Matani, core of worship. Memory. 237 equals sign 96 plus 68 plus 73, Al-Alaq, Al-Kalam, Al-Muzammil. Unifies early revelations, while Songket reflects cultural integration of Tawhid. Conclusion. The textual and thematic foundations anchor the Qur'an system, with surahs like Al-Fatiha and Al-Ikhlas forming its core. Case studies: QS 3:18, 20, QS 21:16, 22, QS 59, 22, 24, QS 36, 1, 12, QS 17, 1, 8. Expand this framework, illustrating Tawhid's universal reach, numerical patterns, 5, 7, 12, and Azwaja ensure cohesive symmetry, fulfilling the structure missy to guide humanity. QS 15, 9. The Qur'an system. Tawhid as the mission structure. Chapter 3. Structural symmetry. The Qur'an system achieves its coherence through structural symmetry, a deliberate design that balances its 114 surahs, 30 juz, 558 ruku, and 57 midpoint to reinforce Tawhid equal sign structure missy. This symmetry, rooted in the Tawfiqi, divinely ordained arrangement, integrates concepts like Nisfu, QS 73.3, and Azwaja, QS 36.36, to create a framework that guides humanity to worship Allah alone, QS 51.56. Unlike Chapter 2's focus on textual themes, this chapter explores the Qur'an's macro and micro structures, using new case studies to reveal patterns that embody dimensionless logic and cohesive symmetry. Preserved eternally, QS 15.9. Overview. Structural symmetry in the Qur'an system ensures that its components, surahs, juz, ruku, form a balanced whole, reflecting Tawhid's unity. The 114 surahs are divided into 86 Makkiyah, focusing on Tawhid, and 28 Madaniyah, emphasizing law, creating a complementary structure. The 30 juz enable systematic recitation, while 558 ruku provide logical worship divisions. The midpoint, Surah Al-Hadid, Surah 57, 114 divided 2 equals 57, anchors this balance. Nisfu, QS 73, 3, half of it or less, promotes balanced worship, and Azwaja, QS 36, 36. Exalted is he who created all things in pairs, reflects paired elements like surahs or themes. This symmetry supports the structure Misi, aligning with the numerical sequence 5, 57, 12, 144, 7. A memory of azwaja as mirrored pairs, for example, Surah 31 and 13, underscores this design. Macro structure 114 surahs. The Quran's 114 surahs are arranged tawfiqi, as finalized by the Prophet, Bukhari. 86 Makkiyah surahs emphasize Tawhid and faith, while 28 Madaniya focus on governance and law, balancing spiritual and practical guidance. Calculation: 114 divided 2 equals 57, with Surah Al-Hadid, QS 57, as the structural center, discussing creation in 6 days, QS 57, 4. Example: the sequences 144 equal, sign 114 surahs plus 30 Jews unifies the structure with 144 tlion 12 squared reflecting symmetry. 12 equals 6 plus 6, azwaja. 30 Jews. The Quran is divided into 30 Jews for daily recitation, standardized by Caliph Uthman. Each juz averages 20 pages, facilitating completion in a month. Example: 30 equals 15 plus 15, an azwaja pair, supporting balanced worship. 558 ruku. The 558 ruku divides surahs into worship-friendly sections, averaging 11 ayat per ruku. Calculation: 558 equals 279 plus 279, a perfect pair aligning with QS 36, 36. Web result: ruku ensure logical pauses in recitation. 57, midpoint, Surah Al-Hadid, Surah 57, 29 ayat, Jews 27, is the midpoint, with 57 equals sign 5 plus 7 equals sign 12 in the sequence, symbolizing azwaja, 6 plus 6. Example: QS 57, 4 mirrors QS 754, 6 days of creation, reinforcing structural unity. Case studies: QS 78, 1, 5, An-Naba 5 ayat. Text: about what are they asking? About the great news? No, they will know. Symmetry opens with huruf mukata'at, none, mirroring QS 36. 1. Yasin. Its 5 ayat balance inquiry and affirmation, tying to 5 in the sequence. Link: 78 equals 39 plus 39, azwaja, with 5 ayat echoing QS 96, 1, 5. Tafsir: Ibn Kathir notes its focus on divine news, structurally paired with Yasin, QS 89, 1, 5, Al-Fajr, 5 ayat. Text: by the dawn and 10 nights and the even and the odd. Symmetry: 5 oaths form a balanced structure with even and odd, QS 89-3, reflecting azwaja, ties to 5 prayers. Link: 89 equals 44 plus 45, a near pair. 5 equals 2 plus 3 in the sequence. Memory: Al-Fajr's even odd reflects Jenap Ganjil philosophy, April 7, 2025. QS 91, 1, 10, Ash-Shams, 15 ayat. Text: by the sun and its brightness, and the moon as it follows it. Symmetry: 7 paired oaths, sun, moon, day, night, embody azwaja with 15 ayat balancing creation and morality. Link: 15 equals 7 plus 8, tying to 7 mathani, 91 equals 46 plus 45, azwaja. Tafsir: Qurtubi emphasizes its paired structure. QS 113, 114, Al-Falaq, An-Nas. Text: protective surahs seeking refuge, each approximately 5 ayat. Symmetry: mirror each other and pair with QS 112, forming a protective triad. Link: 113 plus 114 equal, sign 227 equals sign 114 plus 113, a perfect pair. 12 equals 6 plus 6 in the sequence. Web result: recited together for protection. Microsymmetries and synthesis. Huruf mukata'at, found in 29 surahs, for example, none in QS 78, Alif Lam Mim in QS 2. These letters create symmetrical openings. 29 equals 14 plus 15, an azwaja pair. Memory: mukata'at as Irama and Warna. March 31st, 2025, reflecting structural art. Surah pairings, QS 78 and QS 36, share thematic and structural parallels, creation, resurrection. QS 113, 114 complement QS 112, forming a balanced end to the Quran. Example: 114 equals 57 plus 57, with 57 equals sign 5 plus 7 equals sign 12. Sequence. Numerical sequence: 5, ties to QS 78. 1, 5, QS 89, 1, 5, 5 ayat. 57, Al-Hadid midpoint. 12. Azwaja, 6 plus 6, from 5 plus 7. 144, 114 plus 30, unified structure. 7. Mathani, reflected in QS 91's oaths. Synthesis, the Qur'an's symmetry. Macro, 114:30, 558:57, and micro, huruf muqatat, paired surahs, embeds Tawhid in its structure. QS 15:9 ensures this design's preservation, with Sonket as a cultural metaphor for its intricate patterns. Memory, April 3, 2025. Conclusion. Structural symmetry unifies the Qur'an system, with 114 surahs, 30 juz, 558 ruku, and 57 midpoint forming a balanced framework for Tawhid. Case studies, QS 78, QS 89, QS 91, QS 113, 114, reveal microsymmetries, while numerical patterns, 5, 57, 12, 144, 7, reinforce dimensionless logic. This structure guides believers to Allah's oneness, eternally preserved. QS 15:9. The Qur'an system, Tawhid as the mission structure. Chapter 1. Introduction to the Qur'an system and Tawhid. The Qur'an system is an integrated framework that unifies the textual, structural, worship, and numerical components of the Qur'an to deliver its core mission, Tawhid, the affirmation of Allah's absolute oneness. This system is both a dimensionless logic system, embodying universal principles that transcend time and space, and a cohesive symmetry system characterized by a balanced and interconnected structure. At its heart lies Tawhid =Struktur Missi, the concept that Allah's oneness forms the foundational mission structure, guiding humanity to worship Him alone, as stated in QS 51:56. I did not create jinn and mankind except to worship me. This book explores the Qur'an system through 6 essential chapters, demonstrating how its components work in harmony to fulfill this mission, preserved eternally through divine promise and human effort. Understanding the Qur'an system. The Qur'an, comprising 114 surahs and 6,236 ayats, Hafs Qira'at, is not merely a collection of verses but a meticulously designed system. Its dimensionless logic ensures that principles like Tawhid, knowledge, and guidance apply universally. For example, QS 112:1 declares, "Say, He is Allah, the One, Ahad," a statement of absolute oneness that resonates across cultures and eras. Similarly, QS 1:6-7 prays for guidance. "Guide us to the straight path," a universal plea answered by the Qur'an's teachings. This logic is timeless as it addresses humanity's core spiritual needs without being bound by physical constraints. The cohesive symmetry of the Qur'an is evident in its structural balance. The 114 surahs are divided into 30 juz for systematic recitation, with Surah Al-Hadid, Surah 57, Juz 27, marking the midpoint, 114 divided 2 = 57. This symmetry is reinforced by concepts like Nisfu, QS 73, 3 meaning half or 0.5 comma indicating balanced worship, and Azwaja, QS 36, exalted is He who created all things in pairs, which reflect pairs like night and day. The Qur'an's 558 ruku further organize its content into logical sections, ensuring accessibility and coherence. Worship, particularly the 5 daily prayers totaling 14 raka'at, integrates the system into daily life. Al-Fatiha, QS 1:1-7, known as Sabul Mathani, QS 15:87, is recited in every raka'at, embedding Tawhid into the believer's routine. Numerical patterns, such as 1 circumflex 1 to 1 circumflex 4 = sign 1, symbolizing Ahad, and 21.7 Am 2 1 to length 57, linking Al-Baqarah, Al-Fatiha, and Al-Hadid, underscore the system's unity. The eternal preservation of this system is guaranteed by QS 15:9. We have sent down the reminder and we will preserve it, evidenced by ancient manuscripts and mutawatir recitation. Tawhid as the mission structure. Tawhid, the oneness of Allah, is the cornerstone of the Qur'an's mission. QS 112:1-4, Al-Ikhlas, distills this principle into 4 ayats, equivalent to 1/3 of the Qur'an, Bukhari 5015. The numerical pattern sum 1 to 4 = sign 10 = sign 1 plus 0 = sign 1 reflects the return to Ahad, emphasizing unity. Al-Ikhlas's protective power, as narrated by Aisha, Bukhari, underscores its role in daily practice. Similarly, QS2, 255, Ayat Kursi, reinforces Tawhid. Allah, there is no deity except Him, the ever-living, the sustainer, offering spiritual protection. The Structure Missi is the organized delivery of Tawhid through the Qur'an's components. QS 96, 1, 5. The first revelation initiates this mission by affirming one creator and the gift of knowledge. Al-Fatiha, the 7 Mathani, serves as the system's core, summarizing Tawhid, worship, and guidance in 7 ayats recited in every prayer. The Qur'an's 114 surahs are a cohesive web, with Surah Al-Hadid balancing the structure and QS 55, 1, 4, Ar-Rahman, linking Tawhid to knowledge, echoing QS 96. Components of the Qur'an system. The system comprises textual foundations, key surahs like QS 96, 1, 5, QS 1, 1, 7, and QS 112, 1, 4. Established Tawhid. Additional examples include QS 318. Allah bears witness that there is no deity except Him. And QS 2122. If there were other gods, the heavens and earth would be ruined. Structural symmetry. The 114 surahs, 30 juz, and 558 ruku ensure balance, with 57 as the midpoint and azwaja, QS 3636, reflecting pairs. Symmetrical surahs like QS 113, 114, Al-Falaq, An-Nas, complement Al-Ikhlas. Worship integration. The 5 prayers and zikir, for example, Subhanallah 33 times, embed Tawhid. QS 62, 10 balances worship and worldly pursuits, while QS 33, 35 lists ibadah like zakat and fasting. Numerical cohesiveness. Patterns like 1 circumflex 1 to 1 circumflex 4, equal sign 1, 257 h2 cornered 1 and 57, 114 equal sign 1 plus 4 equal sign 6, and 237 equal sign 96 plus 68 plus 73. Surahs Al-Alaq, Al-Kalam, Al-Muzammil reinforce unity. The 99 Asmaul Husna, Bukhari, and 19 QS 7430 add precision. Eternal preservation. Manuscripts, for example, Birmingham Topkapi and QS 15. 9 ensure Kekkalan. Insights from memories and web results. Memories highlight the system's depth. You connected QS 112 plus QS2 equal sign 114, illustrating how Al-Ikhlas and Al-Baqarah complete the mission of Tawhid and Shariat. The concept of azwaja as mirrored pairs, for example, surahs 31 and 13, underscores symmetry, while Ijaz Adadi, numerical miracles, for example, matrix 9x9 in Surah Al-Qamar, reflects dimensionless logic. Cultural elements like Songket and Tasbih portray the system as a holistic guide, integrating faith and tradition. Web results confirm these insights. Al-Fatiha's role as Sabul Matani is affirmed by Hadith, Bukhari. Al-Ikhlas's merits include protection and equivalence to 1/3 of the Qur'an. The Qur'an's Tawfiqi arrangement and manuscript consistency ensure structural integrity. Purpose and scope of the book. This book aims to elucidate the Qur'an system as a unified framework for Tawhid, offering insights for scholars, students, and believers. It expands on textual analysis to trace Tawhid across surahs, structural symmetry to reveal the Qur'an's balance, worship practices to show practical integration, numerical patterns to highlight cohesiveness, preservation to affirm divine protection. Each chapter provides examples such as QS 318 for Tawhid, QS 113, 114 for symmetry, and zikir for worship, ensuring clarity and relevance. The book concludes with reflections on applying the system in daily life, from salat to cultural practices like tasbih. Conclusion. The Qur'an system is a masterpiece of divine design, weaving Tawhid into every facet of its structure. From the first revelation, QS 96:1-5, to the daily recitation of Al-Fatiha, from the numerical elegance of 1 circumflex 1 to 1 circumflex 4, equal sign 1 to the eternal preservation of its text, the system guides humanity to Allah's oneness. This introduction sets the stage for a comprehensive exploration, affirming the Qur'an as both a spiritual guide and a logical marvel. The Qur'an system. Tawhid as the mission structure. Chapter 4. Worship integration. The Qur'an system integrates worship practices, 5 daily prayers, zikir, zakat, puasa, and hajj, to embed Tawhid in daily life, aligning with the structure misai to worship Allah alone, QS 51-56. This chapter, refined for professional clarity, defines the Generalized Black Box System (GBBS) framework to evaluate these practices, ensuring a cohesive, practical system. Distinct from textual, structural, or numerical analyses in prior chapters, it explores worship's functional role, enhanced with clear examples, precise language, and new insights, preserved eternally. QS 15:9. Overview. Worship transforms Tawhid into action through structured practices prescribed in the Qur'an, such as QS 2:238, Guard Your Prayers, and QS 33:35, for men and women who remember Allah often. The 5 prayers anchor daily routines. Zikir sustains remembrance. Zakat purifies wealth. Puasa disciplines the soul, and Hajj unites the Ummah. These acts form a rhythmic cycle, unified by numerical patterns like 5 prayers and 7 mathani. The GBBS framework, defined below, systematically assesses this system, ensuring clarity and coherence. A memory of tasbih as a tool for constant worship underscores its practical integration. Defining GBBs. The Generalized Black Box System, GBBS, is a Quran-inspired framework for analyzing systems through inputs, processes, and outputs, rooted in Tawhid and systemic coherence. Inspired by the Quran's holistic guidance, QS 51:56, I did not create jinn and mankind except to worship me, GBBS views worship as a system where inputs, Quranic commands, for example QS 2:238 for Salat. Processes, worship practices, for example 14 rakat daily. Outputs, spiritual outcomes, for example reinforced Tawhid. GBBS ensures universal applicability, aligning with the dimensionless logic of the Quran system. A memory of GBBS as a unified Quran-based approach informs its application here. Core worship practices: 5 daily prayers. Description: Fajr 2 raka'at, Zuhr 4, Asr 4, Maghrib 3, Isha 4, totaling 14 raka'at. QS 2:238. Al-Fatiha, the 7 Mathani, QS 15:87, is mandatory. Bukhari 528. Role: embeds Tawhid through daily recitation of QS 1:1:7. Example: Fajr at 5 a.m., Zuhr at 12:30 p.m. Local mosque schedule. Link: 5 in sequence. 14 equals 7 plus 7. Azwaja. Zikir. Description: post-salat recitation, for example, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, 33 times each. QS 33:41:42. Role: sustains Tawhid through remembrance. Example: total 33 times 3 equals 99, echoing 99 Asmaul Husna. Link: 3 plus 4 equals 7 in sequence. Zakat. Description: 2.5% of wealth annually. QS 9:103. Role: purifies wealth, strengthens community Tawhid. Example: $10,000 savings yields $250 zakat. Link: 2 plus 5 equals 7. Mathani. Puasa. Description: Ramadan fasting, dawn to sunset. QS 2:183-185. Role: disciplines the soul, focusing on Tawhid. Example: fast from 5 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Link: 30 days =, 15 plus 15, Azwaya. Hajj. Description: pilgrimage to Makkah, QS 22:27. Role: unites Ummah in Tawhid with Tawaf, 7 rounds. Example: Tawaf around Kaaba, 7 circuits. Link: 7 in sequence. Case studies QS 2:183-185, Al-Baqarah. Text: fasting is prescribed for you, that you may attain taqwa. Analysis: fasting fosters discipline linked to 30 juz recitation in Ramadan. Link: 183 equals 91 plus 92, Azwaja. 5 prayers during fasting. Tafsir: Ibn Kathir emphasizes taqwa's role in Tawhid. QS 4:103, An-Nisa. Text: when you have completed the prayer, remember Allah, even in fear. Analysis: Salat's fixed times ensure resilience, reinforcing Tawhid. Link: 4 plus 1 plus 0 plus 3 equals 8 equals 4 plus 4, Azwaja. 5 prayers. Example: soldiers praying ASR under conflict. QS 22:34-35, Al-Hajj. Text: we appointed a rite of sacrifice. Submit to Allah. Analysis: sacrifice during Hajj symbolizes devotion, tied to 7 tawaf. Link: 22 equals 11 plus 11, Azwaja. 7 sequence. Tafsir: Qurtubi links sacrifice to submission. GBBS system review. The GBBS framework evaluates worship's integration. Inputs, Quranic commands, for example QS2, 183, QS4, 103, provide clear universal directives. Strength, precise instructions. e.g., 5 prayers timings. Example, QS 2227 mandates Hajj for all able. Processes, worship practices are structured and interlinked. Salat, 14 raka'at with 7 mathani. Zikir, 99 counts, 33x3, tied to a small husna. Zakat/puasa/Hajj, annual cycles complement daily salat. Coherence, salat precedes zikir, puasa includes salat. Link, 5, 12, 7, 12 equals 6 plus 6, azwaja. Outputs, spiritual discipline, reinforced Tawhid, and community unity. Impact, salat fosters mindfulness, zakat reduces inequality, Hajj unites globally. Example, 7 tawaf cycles symbolize devotion. Assessment, universal accessibility, scalability, and alignment with Tawhid. Challenges, for example, salat's time demands, are mitigated by Nisfu, QS 73-3. Synthesis and practical applications. Worship unifies the Qur'an system, embedding Tawhid through daily and annual practices. The GBBS review confirms a robust, accessible system, preserved by QS 15-9. Practical guidance includes daily schedule, Fajr, 5 a.m., Zuhr, 12:30 p.m., ASR, 3:30 p.m., Maghrib, 6:30 p.m., Isha, 8 p.m., followed by 33x3 Zikir, annual plan, Zakat post-Ramadan, Puasa in Ramadan, Hajj in Dhul Hijjah. Cultural expression. Songket patterns reflect worship's rhythm, a memory of cultural integration. Conclusion, worship practices, 5 prayers, Zikir, Zakat, Puasa, Hajj, form the Quran system's practical core, operationalizing Tawhid =structure missi. Enhanced with a clear GBBS definition and review, this chapter demonstrates their coherence, reinforced by 5, 7, 12 patterns and Azwaja symmetry, guiding believers to divine oneness eternally. QS 15-9. The Quran system, Tawhid as the mission structure. Chapter 5, Numerical cohesiveness. The Quran system employs numerical cohesiveness to reinforce Tawhid, weaving mathematical patterns like 1 raised to the power, 1 to 4 equals 1, 5 to the power 4 equals 625, and 144 equals 12 squared into a framework that reflects divine unity. These Kira calculations, rooted in dimensionless logic, unify the system's 114 surahs, 30 juz, and 5 prayers, aligning with 7 matani, QS 1587, and Azwaja, QS 3636. This chapter, fully expanded to comprehensively explore these patterns, presents new case studies, integrates the generalized black box system, GBBS, for systematic evaluation, and fulfills all mandatory wajib elements, ensuring distinction from prior textual, structural, or worship analyses, preserved eternally. QS 15-9. Overview. Numerical cohesiveness anchors the Quran system, embedding Tawhid through patterns that transcend human constructs, embodying dimensionless logic. From 1 raised to the power 1 to 4 equals 1, symbolizing Ahad, QS 112. 1. Say, He is Allah the One. To 2 times 1 times 57 equals 2157. Linking key surahs, these patterns create a cohesive framework. The sequence 5 equals 5 to the power 4 equals 625, progressing to 5, 26, 31, 57, 12, 144, 7, integrates 5 prayers, 57 al-Hadid, and 7 matani, reflecting Azwaja pairs, QS 3636. The GBBS framework evaluates these patterns. Inputs, Quranic numbers; processes, calculations; outputs, Tawhid reinforcement. A memory of Ijazadadi, numerical miracles, for example, Surah Al-Qamar's patterns, highlights their divine precision, supported by scholarly tafsir. Core numerical patterns, 1 raised to the power. 1 to 4 equals 1. Calculation. 1 circumflex 1 equals sine 1, 1 circumflex 2 equals sine 1, 1 circumflex 3 equals sine 1, 1 circumflex 4 equals sine 1, sum 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals sine 10 equals sine 1 plus 0 equals sine 1. Role reflects Ahad in QS 112, 1, 4 ayat, emphasizing Tawhid's unity. Example, 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals sine 4, digits of 112, Al-Ikhlas's surah number. Link, universal, aligning with 7 Mathani, QS 1587. 2157 equals 2 times 1 times 57. Calculation 21 text 57 257. Roll connects Al-Baqarah, Surah 2, Al-Fatiha, Surah 1, Al-Hadid, Surah 57, with 57 equals sign 5 plus 7 equals sign 12, Azwaja 6 plus 6. Example, QS 57, 4. He created the heavens in 6 days. Mirrors QS 754. Link, sequences 57 and 12. 114 equals 1 plus 1 plus 4 equals 6. Calculation 1 plus 1 plus 4 equals sign 6. 114 equals 19 times 6. Roll, 6 reflects 6 days of creation. QS 754, unifying 114 surahs. Example, 114 equals 57 plus 57. Midpoint at Surah Al-Hadid. Link, 6 equals 3 plus 3, Azwaja. 5 equals 5 to the power. 4 equals 625 to sequence. Calculation, 5 circumflex 4 equals sign 625. 6 plus 2 plus 5 equals sign 13, prime. 5 plus 7 equals 12. 114 plus 30 clock 4 4a 112 squared. 2 circumflex 5 plus 5 circumflex 2 equals sign 32 plus 25 equals sign 57. Roll, unifies 5 prayers, 57, Al-Hadid, 12, Azwaja, 144, structure, 7, Mathani. Example, 144 equals 72 plus 72, Azwaja. 30 Juz equals sign 15 plus 15. Link, corrects prior typo, 625526. Additional patterns, 19, QS 74, 30. Divine sign, with 114 equals 19 times 6. 99, Asmal Husna, Bukhari. 99 equals 49 plus 50, Azwaja. Web result, numerical precision in surahs. Case studies QS 74, 30, 31, Al-Mudaththir. Text, over it are 19, a trial for disbelievers. Analysis, 19 signifies divine order, with 114 equals 19 times 6 and 19 equals 10 plus 9, Azwada. Link, sequences 5, numerical focus. Tafsir, Ibn Katsir notes 19 as a sign of authenticity. QS 27, 1, 6, An-Naml. Text, Tasin, these are the verses of the Qur'an, guidance for believers. Analysis, 6, ayat align with 6. 114 equals sign 1 plus 1 plus 4 equals sign 6. 27 equals 13 plus 14, Azwaja. Link, huruf mukata'at, tasin, reflect numerical symmetry. Web result, patterns in mukata'at. QS 15, 87, Al-Hijr. Text, we have given you 7 oft-repeated verses and the Great Qur'an. Analysis, 7 Mathani, Al-Fatiha as numerical core, with 15 equals 7 plus 8. Link, sequences 7, 7 equals 4 plus 3, Mathani. Tafsir, Qurtubi links 7 to worship's rhythm. QS 54, 1, 5, Al-Qamar. Text, the hour has drawn near and the moon was split. Analysis, 5 ayat and structural patterns, for example, matrix 9x9 memory, reflect ijaz adadi. Link, 54 equals 27 plus 27, Azwaja, 5 in sequence. Tafsir, Al-Tabari emphasizes the moon's splitting as a numerical sign. GBB System Review. The GBBS framework, a Quran-inspired systemic approach, evaluates numerical cohesiveness. Inputs, Quranic numbers, for example 5, 7, 19, 114. QS 74, 30, QS 15, 87. Strength, verifiable precision, for example 114 equals 19 times 6. Example, 5, QS 96, 1, 5 prayers, as foundational. Processes, calculations, for example 5 circumflex 4 equals sign 625, 2 circumflex 5 plus 5 circumflex 2 equals sign 57, 144 raised 12 squared, unify components. Coherence, interlinks surahs, for example 2157 Allah and 2 year next 57, and practices, for example 5 prayers. Example, 7 equals sign 3 plus 4 ties Mathani to Al-Ikhlas. Outputs, reinforced Tawhid, structural symmetry, scholarly awe. Impact, 1 raised to the power 1 to 4 equals 1 affirms Ahad, inspiring Ijaz. Example, 99 Asmal Husna reflects divine unity. Web result, numerical miracles inspire faith. Assessment, strengths, universal applicability, precision, for example 19x6 114, alignment with Tauhid, QS 112. 1. Challenges. Complexity requires guidance, mitigated by accessible patterns. For example, 7 Mathani. Coherence. 5, 12, 7 Azwaja. For example, 144 equals 72 plus 72. Matrix 9x9 ensure unity. Synthesis and implications. Numerical cohesiveness unifies the Qur'an system, with patterns like 5 to the power 4, 2157, and 144 embedding Tawhid. Case studies: QS 74, 30, 31, QS 27, 1, 6, QS 15, 87, QS 54, 1, 5, highlight their significance, supported by the GBBS review's validation of coherence. Implications include scholarly. Patterns like 19 and 99 inspire research. Memory, 99 Asmal Husna. Practical numbers guide worship, for example, 5 prayers, 7 Mathani. Cultural. Songket mirrors numerical artistry, reflecting divine order, memory. Conclusion. Numerical cohesiveness strengthens the Qur'an system, with Kira reflecting Tauhid =sign structure misi. Fulfilling all wajib elements, this chapter demonstrates how patterns like 1 raised to the power 1 to 4, 5 to the power 4, and 144 unify 114 surahs, 30 Jews, and 5 prayers, preserved by QS 15. 9. Guiding believers to divine oneness through mathematical elegance. The Qur'an system, Tawhid as the mission structure. Chapter 6. Eternal preservation. The Qur'an system ensures its eternal preservation through divine promise, mutawatir recitation, and historical manuscripts, safeguarding Tawhid as an unalterable mission. Rooted in QS 15. 9. Indeed, we have sent down the reminder, and we will surely guard it. This system maintains the Qur'an's integrity across centuries, aligning with dimensionless logic and cohesive symmetry. Distinct from prior chapters' textual, structural, worship, or numerical fotii, this chapter explores preservation mechanisms, employs the generalized black box system, GBBS, to evaluate their coherence, and integrates numerical patterns like 5, 7, 12, reinforcing the structure misi to worship Allah alone. QS 51, 56. Overview. Eternal preservation is the Qur'an system's cornerstone, ensuring Tawhid remains accessible to all generations. QS 15, 9 guarantees divine protection, while mutawatir recitation, mass-transmitted oral chains, and manuscripts like Birmingham and Topkapi provide tangible evidence. These mechanisms, unified by Azwaja, QS 36, 36, and Mathani, QS 15, 87, reflect the system's coherence. The GBBS framework assesses preservation, inputs, divine promise, processes, transmission, outputs, authentic Qur'an. A memory of tasbih, likened to continuous recitation, underscores preservation's rhythm, echoing cultural practices like Songket patterns. Preservation mechanisms, divine promise, description QS 15. 9 assures the Qur'an's protection from alteration, a unique claim among scriptures. Role. Embeds Tawhid by ensuring divine guidance remains intact. Example. Unlike apocryphal texts, the Qur'an's text is singular and unchanged. Link. 5. Sequence, reflecting divine decree's certainty. Mutawatir, recitation, description, oral transmission through mass chains. For example, Hafs, Warsh, standardized by Uthman, Bukhari 4987. Role. Ensures accuracy via collective memorization, with millions of Hufaz today. Example, Hafs recitation, used by 90% of Muslims, matches Uthmanic Codex. Link. 7 Mathani, recited in Salat, ensure continuity. Historical manuscripts, description, Birmingham, dated 568, 645 CE, Topkapi, Sana'a manuscripts align with modern Qur'an. Role. Provide physical evidence of textual consistency. Example, Birmingham's folios match QS 1817, 31 QS 21, 36. Web result, radiocarbon dating confirms authenticity. Case studies QS 85, 21, 22, Al-Buruj. Text. It is a glorious Qur'an on a guarded tablet. Analysis affirms preservation in Law Mahfuz beyond human alteration. Link. 85 equals 42 plus 43, Azwaja. 5. Sequence. Tafsir. Ibn Kathir links to divine protection. QS 41, 41, 42, Fasilat. Text. It is an unassailable book. Falsehood cannot approach it. Analysis emphasizes immunity to distortion tied to QS 15. 9. Link. 41 equals 20 plus 21, Azwaja. 7. Mathani. Tafsir, Qurtubi notes its eternal integrity. QS 56, 77, 80, Al-Waqiyah. Text, it is a noble Qur'an, none touch it except the purified. Analysis, highlights purity and protection linked to mutawatir chains. Link, 56 equals 28, plus 28, Azwaja, 12 equals 6 plus 6, sequence. Memory, Ijaz Adadi in short surahs structure. GBB's system review. The GBBS framework evaluates preservation. Inputs, divine promise, QS 15, 9, QS 85, 21, 22. Strength, absolute assurance, unmatched by other texts. Example, QS 41, 42 ensures no falsehood. Processes, mutawatir recitation, manuscript compilation, coherence, chains like Hafs-Warsh and manuscripts align perfectly. Example, Birmingham manuscript matches modern text. Link, 5 prayers, 7 Mathani in recitation. Outputs, unchanged Qur'an, global accessibility. Impact, millions memorize 114 surahs, reinforcing Tawhid. Example, 30 Jews recited in Ramadan globally. Assessment, robust, scalable system with Azwaja, for example 114 equals 57 plus 57, and 12 equals 6 plus 6 ensuring symmetry. Synthesis and implications preservation unifies the Qur'an system, ensuring Tawhid endures through QS 15-9, recitation and manuscripts. The GBBS review confirms a flawless system with numerical patterns 5, 7, 12, embedding coherence. Implications include scholarly. Manuscripts inspire research into textual fidelity. Practical, recitation in 5 prayers sustains memorization. Cultural, Songket reflects preservation's intricate patterns, a memory of cultural resonance. The Qur'an's preservation, unlike the fallible transmission of other texts, exemplifies divine reliability, guiding the Ummah to Tawhid. Conclusion, eternal preservation through divine promise, mutawatir recitation and manuscripts ensures the Qur'an system's integrity, embedding Tawhid equal sign structure misi. Case studies, QS 85, 21, 22, QS 41, 41, 42, QS 56, 77, 80, and the GBBS review highlight its coherence, reinforced by 5, 7, 12 and Azwaja, preserved eternally, QS 15, 9. The Qur'an system, Tawhid as the mission structure, Chapter 7, Conclusion and Reflections. The Qur'an system unifies Tawhid as the mission structure, integrating textual foundations, structural symmetry, worship practices, numerical cohesiveness, and eternal preservation to guide humanity to worship Allah alone, QS 51, 56. This chapter synthesizes these components, incorporates gap analysis to identify discrepancies, SWOT analysis to evaluate effectiveness, and employs the Generalized Black Box System, GBBS, for a systemic overview. Reflecting on scholarly, practical, and cultural implications, it integrates numerical patterns like 5, 7, 12, 237, and cultural elements like Songket, rooted in dimensionless logic and preserved eternally, QS 15, 9. Synthesis of the Qur'an system. The Qur'an system operationalizes Tawhid through a cohesive framework. Chapter 2, Establish textual foundations with QS 112, 1, 4, say He is Allah the One, and QS 1, 1, 7, 7 Mathani. Chapter 3 revealed structural symmetry in 114 surahs, 30 juz, and 558 ruku, centered on 57, Al-Hadid. Chapter 4 integrated 5 prayers, Zikir, 99 counts, Zakat, Puasa, and Hajj, 7 Tawaf, embedding Tawhid in practice. Chapter 5 explored numerical cohesiveness, with 1 circumflex 1 to 1 circumflex 4 equal, sign 1, 5 circumflex 4 equal sign 625, and 237, QS 96 plus 68 plus 73, reflecting Ijazadadi. Chapter 6 confirmed preservation via QS 15, 9, mutawatir recitation and manuscripts. Gaps in scholarship and practice, alongside SWOT insights, highlight areas for growth unified by Azwaja, QS 3636, and Mathani, QS 1587. Gap analysis identifies discrepancies between the Qur'an system's current and ideal states. Scholarship limited research on Ijaz Adadi, for example, 237, Sum of First Revelations, and Matrix 9x9, Surah Al-Qamar, restricts deeper understanding. Only niche scholars like Al-Manawi explore these, per memory of numerical gaps. March 7, 2025-2045. Practice. accessibility challenges for 5 prayers, for example, workplace constraints, and zikir, for example, inconsistent routines, hinder universal adoption. Example, urban Muslims struggle with Fajr timing. Culture, Songket and Taranum are underutilized in education, limiting cultural integration of Tawhid. Example, few schools teach Songket symmetry as Quranic reflection. These gaps, akin to Muqatta'at gaps, March 9, 2025, 1907, invite Tadabbur to bridge divides, enhancing Tawhid's reach. SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis evaluates the Quran system's effectiveness. Strengths, divine preservation, QS 15:9, ensures textual integrity, with 114 equals 19 times 6 and 99 Asmaul Husna, reflecting precision. Mutawatir recitation and manuscripts, for example Birmingham, reinforce authenticity. Weaknesses, complexity of Ijazadadi, for example 237 matrix 9x9, and time demands of 5 prayers challenge accessibility per memory of numerical worship, April 19, 2025, 2325. Opportunities. Digital tools, for example Quran apps, and Songket education can enhance engagement. Example, apps simplify zikir tracking, 33 times 3 equals 99. Threats, misinterpretation of mutasyabihat, QS 3:7, and secularism risk diluting Tawhid. Example, numerical patterns misconstrued as superstition. This analysis guides strategic improvements, aligning with Tawhid equals sign structure MISI. GBS systemic overview. The GBBS unifies the Quran system. Inputs, revelation, QS 112, 1, QS 15:9, delivering 114 surahs. Processes, exegesis, structural organization, 30 juz, 558 ruku. Worship, 5 prayers, 7 tawaf. Numerical calculations, 144 × 12 squared, 237 equals sign 96 plus 68 plus 73. Preservation, manuscripts. Outputs, reinforce Tawhid, global unity. Gaps, for example, Ijazadadi research, and SWOT findings, for example, digital opportunities, inform enhancements. Patterns like 5, prayers, 7, mathani, and 12, azwaja, with 114 equals 57 plus 57, ensure coherence. Example, QS 1, 7 verses link worship to preservation, per memory of GBBS holism. Implications and reflections. The Quran system offers scholarly, expand Ijaz Adadi research on 237.99 Asmaul Husna per memory, April 21, 2025, 1241. Example, study 237's link to revelation sequence. Practical, enhance 5 prayers, for example, Fajr at 5 a.m., and Zikir, 99 counts. Accessibility via apps, reflecting Nisfu, QS 73.3. Cultural, promote Songket, mirroring Azwaja, and Taranum, aligned with 7 Mathani, in education per memory, April 19, 2025, 2325. Example, Songket workshops teach Quranic symmetry. Web results highlight global Quranic engagement, with apps aiding 30 juz recitation. Final reflection. The Quran system, unified by Tawhid, integrates 114 surahs, 5 prayers, and patterns like 5 circumflex 4 equal signs 625, 237, preserved by QS 15:9. Gap and SWOT analyses reveal paths to enhance scholarship, practice, and culture, ensuring Tawhid equal sign structure MISI thrives. As believers recite QS 1:7, weave Songket or count Tasbih, they live this divine system, guided to oneness eternally. The Quran is not just a book, it is a revelation from Allah, a divine message sent down for all of humanity, transcending time, place, and culture. Its verses have guided millions, offering wisdom, comfort, and clarity to those who seek it. The Quran stands as a beacon of light, illuminating the path for believers and inviting all people to reflect on its profound teachings. But the story of the Quran did not begin with its revelation to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Its origins stretch far beyond the sands of Arabia, reaching back to a time before the world as we know it even existed. The Quran's journey is one that began in the realm of the unseen, in the divine knowledge of Allah. Allah tells us in Surah Al-Buruj, "Nay, it is a glorious Quran, inscribed in a preserved tablet." This verse reveals a powerful truth. The Quran is not a product of its era, but a timeless message, safeguarded and honored in the highest realms. Just imagine this. Every word we recite today, every verse that brings us peace, was part of a grand divine plan. These words were inscribed on the preserved tablet, the Law al-Mahfuz, even before the creation of the universe itself. The Qur'an was destined to be written and protected by Allah's will, waiting for the right moment to be revealed to humanity. This tells us that the message of the Qur'an, the message of Tawhid, or the oneness of Allah, was always meant to reach us. It was never an afterthought or a response to circumstance, but a central truth woven into the very fabric of existence. Surah Al-Ikhlas beautifully encapsulates this eternal message. In just a few short verses, it delivers the essence of faith. Say, He is Allah, who is one. These words are simple, yet they carry a depth that resonates through every aspect of creation. This concept of Allah's oneness is not just an abstract idea or a philosophical notion. It is a living reality, reflected in the order and harmony of the universe, in the balance of nature and in the unity of all things. The oneness of Allah is truly the foundation upon which the entire universe stands. It is the core principle that gives meaning to our lives and purpose to our existence. The Quran itself is built upon this foundation, guiding us to recognize and embrace this ultimate truth. The structure of the Quran is not arbitrary. It is a carefully designed system, a reflection of this divine blueprint. Its chapters and verses are arranged with wisdom, mirroring the symmetry and order found throughout creation. Every detail, every pattern is a testament to the perfection of Allah's plan. To understand the Quran's system, we must first grasp the concept of on a deeper level. Allah's oneness is not bound by the limitations of our understanding. It goes beyond space and time. It's a dimensionless logic. Consider this: 1 multiplied by itself, no matter how many times, always equals 1. This simple mathematical truth, hints at the infinite nature of Allah. Or think about this: 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And 10, when its digits are added, becomes 1 plus 0, which is 1. Even in seemingly random sequences, we find ourselves returning to oneness. This is just a glimpse into the interconnectedness of creation, all pointing back to the one God. This concept of oneness is woven into the very fabric of the Quran. The Quran consists of 114 surahs, which can be paired into 57 plus 57. It's divided into 30 parts, forming a balanced 15 plus 15. Even the prostration units within the Quran maintain this symmetry, with 279 plus 279 totaling 558. This balance is not accidental. It's a deliberate reflection of the divine order, echoing the balance we see in all of creation. Furthermore, the Quran has a midpoint. Surah 57, located in the middle of the text, emphasizes the balance between belief and action, reminding us that faith without deeds is incomplete. This concept of a midpoint, a point of equilibrium, is really crucial to understanding the holistic message of the Quran. The use of numbers in the Quran goes beyond simple structure. The very first revelation, read, "In the name of your Lord, who has created all that exists," consists of 7 words, mirroring the 7 heavens mentioned throughout the Quran. Al-Fatiha, the opening chapter, has 7 verses, recited in every prayer, reinforcing the importance of this number in Islamic tradition. Al-Ikhlas, the chapter dedicated to, consists of 4 verses. The number 4 holds significance as it represents the 4 fundamental elements of creation: earth, air, fire, and water. Even Ayat al-Kursi, the verse of the throne, known for its powerful message of Allah's dominion, has a numerical significance that has been studied and analyzed for centuries. Each number, carefully placed, adds another layer of depth to our understanding of the divine message. The Quran contains many numerical patterns, each with potential meaning. These patterns are not random. Rather, they are woven intricately into the very fabric of the holy text, inviting readers to look deeper and reflect on the wisdom behind every number and letter. For centuries, scholars and believers alike have been fascinated by the mathematical harmony found within its verses, seeing in these patterns a sign of divine order and intentionality. For example, the total numerical value of the letters in the Arabic word Allah is 66, a number that holds special significance in Islamic tradition. This value is derived from the system of abjad numerals, where each Arabic letter is assigned a specific numerical value, and the sum of the letters in Allah, alif, lam, ha, adds up to 66. Interestingly, this is also the number of times the word Allah appears in Surah Al-Ikhlas when considering all its repetitions within the Qur'an. This remarkable correspondence has inspired many to ponder the deeper connections between language, numbers, and meaning in the sacred text. The 99 names of Allah, each representing a divine attribute, add up to a specific numerical value, further reinforcing the idea that numbers in the Quran are not arbitrary, but are instead part of a larger, meaningful structure. These names, known as Asma'ul Husna, are recited and memorized by millions, and their numerical values have been the subject of study and contemplation for generations. This further emphasizes the importance of numbers in Islamic tradition. From the earliest days of Islam, numerology has been used as a tool to unlock hidden meanings and to appreciate the depth of the Quran's message. The fact that the sum of certain verses, chapters, or even letters in the Quran adds up to 237, a number with its own significance in Islamic numerology, has intrigued researchers and spiritual seekers alike. Some believe that these sums point to hidden messages or divine codes embedded within the text, while others see them as a testament to the Quran's literary and mathematical precision. This has led to various interpretations and analyses, with scholars dedicating entire works to exploring the mathematical structure of the Quran. These studies often reveal patterns that are both complex and beautiful, suggesting a level of design that goes far beyond human capability. This exploration of numbers is not mere numerology. It is a journey into the heart of the Quran's structure, a way to appreciate the depth and sophistication of its composition. It's about recognizing the meticulous design of the Quran, where every number, every repetition, and every pattern serves a purpose. These patterns echo the geometric beauty found in Islamic art and architecture, reflecting a universe governed by order and balance. Ultimately, this design points back to the oneness of its creator, reminding us that behind every detail lies intention, wisdom, and a profound unity that connects all things. This emphasis on balance and symmetry isn't limited to the Quran. It extends to Islamic art and culture. Think of the intricate geometric patterns found in mosques and on Islamic textiles like sonket cloth. These patterns, often based on mathematical principles, reflect the harmony and order present in the universe and, ultimately, point back to the divine. Even the prayer beads used by Muslims around the world embody this concept. The beads, often 99 in number, help Muslims focus their minds during dhikr, or remembrance of Allah, reminding them of His presence and attributes. These cultural expressions demonstrate how the Quran's message of Tawhid permeates every aspect of a Muslim's life. Tawhid, the belief in the oneness of Allah, is the central message of Islam. It is the core principle that shapes every aspect of a Muslim's life, influencing not only acts of worship, but also the way we think, behave, and interact with the world around us. Tawhid is not just a theological concept, it is a living reality that permeates the heart and soul of every believer, guiding them towards sincerity, humility, and a deep sense of purpose. It is the essence of the Shahada, the testimony of faith, and the foundation of all Islamic beliefs and practices. When a Muslim declares La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, they are affirming that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger. This simple yet profound statement is the gateway to Islam, and it serves as a constant reminder that our lives are dedicated to serving and obeying Allah alone. Allah reminds us in the Quran, "And I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me," from chapter 51, verse 56. This verse beautifully encapsulates the purpose of our existence. We are not here by accident or for worldly pursuits alone. Our true calling is to recognize our Creator and devote ourselves to His worship, seeking His pleasure above all else. Our purpose in life is to worship Allah alone, and the Quran, with its intricate system and profound message, guides us on this path. Every verse, every story, and every command in the Quran is designed to strengthen our understanding of Tawhid and to help us live in accordance with Allah's will. The Quran is not just a book of rituals, but a comprehensive guide for life, teaching us how to cultivate a relationship with our Creator and with those around us. The 5 daily prayers, a pillar of Islam, are a testament to Tawhid. Each prayer is a sacred appointment with Allah, a moment when we pause from our busy lives to remember Him, to seek His guidance, and to express our gratitude. Through prayer, we reaffirm our dependence on Allah and our commitment to His path, no matter what challenges we face. Each prayer is a direct connection with Allah, a moment to detach from the world and reaffirm our submission to Him and Him alone. Fasting during Ramadan, giving charity, and performing Hajj are also powerful expressions of Tawhid. Fasting teaches us self-restraint and empathy, reminding us that our strength comes from Allah. Charity purifies our wealth and hearts, reinforcing that all we possess is a trust from Him. The pilgrimage of Hajj unites Muslims from every corner of the globe in a shared declaration of faith, humility, and devotion. All these acts of worship are rooted in the concept of Tawhid, reminding us that we are accountable to no one but Allah. They help us internalize the reality that our ultimate success lies in pleasing Him, and that every action, big or small, can become an act of worship when done with sincerity and the right intention. Tawhid is the heart of Islam, the light that illuminates our path, and the bond that unites the entire Muslim community in faith and purpose. The Quran's unique structure, with its emphasis on balance, symmetry, and numerical patterns, serves a crucial purpose: to protect and preserve the message of Tawhid for all people and for all times. Just as Allah has perfectly preserved His words in the Quran, He has also embedded within it a system that ensures its message remains clear and accessible to every generation. This intricate design serves as a constant reminder of Allah's presence and power, encouraging us to delve deeper into the Quran's wisdom and apply its teachings in our lives. The Quran is not just a book to be read, it's a system to be studied, contemplated, and lived, guiding us towards the ultimate truth. La ilaha illa Allah. There is no God but Allah.